Good morning, everyone. Germany's president gave a speech on February 22nd in which he talked about attitudes towards Europe. He said that whenever he read about Europe in the papers, quote, the main theme is a sense of unease, even unmistakable anger, which cannot be ignored, unquote. Well, it seems that the EU elite can no longer ignore that unmistakable anger. Following a meeting of EU finance ministers yesterday, Economic and Monetary Commissioner Olli Rehn reversed himself and said that economic strains, quote, may also justify in a certain number of cases reviewing deadlines for the correction of excessive deficits, unquote. This is the same fellow who told Der Spiegel just the day before that, quote, I see no maneuvering room for abandoning the path of budget consolidation, unquote. The ministers also said they may give Ireland and Portugal more time to repay their bailout loans. In other words, with Italy, France, and the Netherlands refusing to meet the EU budget deficit targets, the EU has no choice but to loosen the targets for other countries too. That should reduce the political strains in the Eurozone and may boost the region's growth somewhat, which lessens the attraction of the dollar a little bit. I think we could see a temporary bounce in euro-dollar as a result, at least until the ECB meeting on Thursday, which is likely to set the direction from then. Although I should stress that the technical picture remains bearish for euro-dollar, and our target from a technical point of view is 129.60 and subsequently 129.10. Another interesting story overnight, dollar-yen was little changed, even though Prime Minister Abe's nominee for Bank of Japan governor, Mr. Kuroda, appeared in the Diet yesterday and said that the Bank of Japan, quote, will do whatever it can to beat deflation, unquote. The tiny reaction in the FX market compares very unfavorably with the huge impact that ECB President Draghi's similar comment that he'd do whatever is necessary to keep the Eurozone together had on the euro and the European debt markets. The market is saying to Kuroda, show us the money. I think he will show the market the money, and I expect dollar-yen to move higher eventually, but perhaps not before Kuroda's first Bank of Japan Policy Board meeting on April 4th. I look for generally sideways movement in dollar-yen until then. This is Marshall Gittler, head of Global FX Strategy at IronFX, wishing you solid trading.